Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. When a woman truly knows her worth, she doesn't chase, she doesn't plead, and she sure doesn't beg for love. See, a high-value woman understands that love isn't something you have to fight for. It's something that flows naturally when you're with the right person. When a woman carries herself with confidence, she attracts the kind of love that is meant for her, not the kind she has to run after. If a man truly loves and values you, you won't have to remind him to call, to show up, or to treat you right. You won't have to lower your standards or sacrifice your self-respect just to keep someone around. A woman who knows her value understands that she is not an option, she is a priority. She will never accept being treated as less than that. The problem is too many women settle for being treated poorly because they believe love is something they have to earn, something they have to prove they are worthy of. But the truth is, real love doesn't require proof. It doesn't require constant effort just to hold someone's attention. Real love flows naturally. Begging for love is like holding on to a man who's already walking away. If he wants to leave, let him go. Because when one door closes, God always has another one ready to open for you. You just have to believe in yourself enough to walk away from what's not serving you. A woman who knows her worth understands that a relationship should add to her life, not take away from it. Love should bring joy, not pain. It should make you feel secure, not anxious. The moment you find yourself constantly questioning where you stand with someone, constantly waiting for them to love you the way you deserve, that's the moment you need to step back and ask yourself if this is really the kind of love you want. When you beg for love, you are sending a message to the world that you don't believe you are worthy of being chosen, that you don't believe you deserve to be loved effortlessly. But let me tell you something. When a woman steps into her power, when she carries herself with confidence, when she understands that her love is a gift, she naturally attracts people who respect her. The right man will recognize your worth without you having to prove it. He will show up without you having to beg. He will love you without conditions, without games, without making you feel like you are hard to love. A high-value woman never questions whether she is enough. She knows she is enough. She knows she is a woman of substance, a woman of value, and that alone sets her apart. She doesn't chase, she attracts. She doesn't wait around for someone to see her worth. She knows her worth, and she carries herself accordingly. If a man can't see that, then he is not the man for her. A woman who truly values herself does not fear being alone because she knows that being alone is better than being in a relationship that makes her feel unworthy. Too many women hold on to relationships out of fear of being alone, fear of never finding someone better, fear of starting over. But fear is not a reason to stay in a situation that is not serving you. The right love will never make you question your worth. The right love will never require you to beg for attention, to plead for commitment, to fight for someone's time. A man who truly loves you will make it clear. His actions will show it. A woman who values herself understands that she is a prize and she carries herself like one. She does not waste time on people who do not appreciate her. She does not lower her standards just to keep someone who doesn't deserve her. A man who truly values a woman will never put her in a position where she has to question whether or not he cares. A man who loves you will never make you feel like you are too much or not enough. It all starts with self-respect. When you respect yourself, you set the tone for how others treat you. When you walk with confidence, people take notice. A woman who values herself will never accept being someone's second choice. She will never beg for love because she understands that love should be given freely. It should be mutual. It should be something that lifts you up, not something that drains you. Love should feel safe. It should feel secure. It should feel like home. And if it doesn't, then it's not love. If you are constantly wondering where you stand, constantly trying to prove yourself, constantly feeling like you have to fight to be seen, then that is not the relationship you deserve. You deserve a love that is certain, a love that is consistent, a love that is real. The right man will know your worth. He will recognize it, appreciate it, and protect it. And the wrong man, he will take it for granted. He will make you question yourself. He will make you feel like love is something you have to earn, something you have to chase. But let me tell you something. Real love doesn't work that way. When a man truly wants you, you will know it. There won't be confusion. There won't be mixed signals. There won't be a constant struggle to keep him interested. You were not put on this earth to beg for love. You were not made to settle for less than what you deserve. You were made to shine, to be loved, to be cherished. And that starts with you. That starts with the way you see yourself, the way you carry yourself, the way you allow people to treat you. A high-value woman never begs for love because she understands that her love is a blessing and only the right man will be worthy of receiving it. If a man does not see your worth, if he does not treat you with love and respect, then he is not your person. And you have to be strong enough to let go. You have to be brave enough to walk away. You have to trust that something better is coming, because it is. But you will never find it if you keep holding on to something that is not meant for you. Never lower your standards just to keep someone who is not meant for you. Never beg for love that is not freely given. Never stay in a situation that makes you feel unworthy. You are worthy. You are valuable. You are enough. And the right man will see that without you having to convince him. Begging for love is like holding on to a man who's already walking away. If he wants to leave, let him go. When you hold on to someone who is no longer choosing you, you are holding yourself back from the love you actually deserve. Too many people stay in relationships that are hurting them, hoping that one day things will change, hoping that one day the person will finally see their worth. But love should never feel like a battle to prove yourself. Love should not require you to fight for someone's attention or plead for their commitment. The moment you find yourself chasing someone just to keep them interested, you have already lost. A woman who knows her value understands that walking away is not a loss, it is a gain. It is a gain of self-respect. It is a gain of peace. It is a gain of clarity. She does not beg, she does not plead, she does not settle for half-hearted love. When a woman truly values herself, she does not fear losing someone who does not appreciate her. She knows that she is not losing anything of worth if a man cannot see what he has in front of him. The wrong relationship will drain you, make you feel small, make you question yourself. The right relationship will never require you to beg for love, for attention, for basic respect. The right love will flow effortlessly, naturally, without games or manipulation. When you beg for love, you are sending a message that you do not believe you deserve to be chosen freely. You are telling yourself and the world that your love is not enough, that you have to fight for it to be accepted. But that is not true. You are enough as you are. You are worthy of love that is given freely, love that does not require proving, love that does not come with conditions. The right person will love you not because you convince them to, but because they see your value on their own. If someone is constantly making you feel like you have to earn their love, that is not love, that is control. Love should feel safe, not like a constant test you have to pass. Too many people hold on to relationships that make them feel insecure because they are afraid of being alone. But being alone is not the worst thing. The worst thing is staying in a relationship that makes you feel unloved. The worst thing is sacrificing your self-worth just to keep someone in your life. A woman who values herself does not beg for love because she understands that love should not hurt. It should not leave her feeling unworthy. It should not make her feel like she has to compete just to be seen. If a man does not appreciate you, let him go. If he does not treat you with respect, walk away. If he makes you feel like you are too much or not enough, that is not your person. Love should bring peace, not confusion. It should bring joy, not anxiety. It should make you feel secure, not make you constantly wonder where you stand. If you have to question whether or not someone loves you, chances are they don't love you the way you deserve. Real love is clear, it is certain, it does not play games. A woman who values herself does not chase, she attracts. She does not beg, she chooses. She does not lower her standards just to keep a man around. She understands that the right man will recognize her worth without her having to prove it. A man who truly loves you will not make you question yourself. He will not make you feel like you have to fight for his attention. He will not leave you wondering whether or not he cares. His actions will show it. Too many women hold on to relationships that are not serving them because they believe that love means sacrifice. But love should not require sacrificing your dignity. It should not require lowering your standards. It should not require accepting less than you deserve. The moment you feel like you have to beg for someone's time, attention, or love, that is the moment you need to step back and ask yourself if this is truly the love you want. Because love should never feel like you are chasing something that keeps running away from you. The right man will make it easy. He will be consistent. He will show up. He will love you in a way that does not make you doubt yourself. A man who truly loves you will make you feel safe in the relationship. He will make you feel valued, appreciated, and respected. And the wrong man, he will make you feel like you are always trying to earn his love, like you have to constantly prove yourself, like you have to be careful not to ask for too much, not to expect too much, not to want too much. But love is not supposed to be a struggle. It is not supposed to feel like a battle you are always fighting just to be seen. When you beg for love, you give away your power. You tell yourself that you are not enough as you are. You tell yourself that you have to do more, be more, give more, just to be loved. But love is not something you should have to earn. Love is something that should be given freely. A high-value woman understands that she is worthy of love without having to beg for it. She does not fear walking away from anything that does not serve her. She knows that real love will never require her to chase it. When a woman truly values herself, she does not waste her time on men who do not see her worth. She does not invest in relationships that make her feel small. She does not accept less than what she knows she deserves, because she understands that the love she is looking for is out there, but she will never find it if she keeps holding on to something that is not meant for her. It all comes down to self-respect. When you respect yourself, you set the standard for how others treat you. When you believe you are worthy of real love, you will not settle for anything less. You will not accept half-hearted efforts. You will not chase someone who does not value you. You will not waste your time trying to prove yourself to someone who does not deserve you. A high-value woman knows that love should not require suffering. It should not require sacrifice. It should not require begging. If a man is not choosing you, let him go. If he is making you question your worth, walk away. If he is treating you like an option instead of a priority, move on. Because the right man will never put you in a position where you feel like you have to beg for love. The right man will see your worth, respect it, and honor it. And the wrong man, he will take it for granted. He will make you feel like love is something you have to earn. But you do not have to earn real love. Real love sees you. Real love chooses you. Real love stays. A woman who values herself understands that her love is a gift, and only the right man will be worthy of receiving it. She does not waste time on those who do not appreciate her. She does not chase. She does not beg. She does not settle. She knows that the right love will never require her to lower her standards, and she is strong enough to walk away from anything that does not align with the love she deserves. Never beg for love. Never lower your standards to keep someone who does not see your worth. Never stay in a situation that makes you feel unworthy. You are enough as you are. And the right person will see that without you having to prove it. Confidence is magnetic. When a woman truly knows her worth, she carries herself differently. She moves with purpose, speaks with certainty, and holds herself to a higher standard. People notice when someone values themselves, and that energy attracts the right kind of attention. A high-value woman does not need to demand respect because the way she presents herself commands it. She does not need to beg for love because her presence alone makes it clear that love is something she deserves, not something she has to fight for. A woman who is confident in her worth does not settle for half-hearted affection. She does not accept inconsistent effort. She does not waste time trying to convince someone to love her. The right man will recognize her value without her having to explain it. And the wrong man, he will take it for granted, thinking she will always be there, waiting, hoping, accepting whatever little he is willing to give. But a confident woman does not wait. She does not hope someone will see her. She knows she is seen, and she moves accordingly. The way a woman carries herself determines the kind of relationships she attracts. A woman who is sure of herself will naturally draw in people who respect her. She will naturally set boundaries that keep toxic relationships out of her life. She will not tolerate behavior that does not align with her standards. And this does not come from arrogance, it comes from self-respect. A woman who truly values herself understands that allowing the wrong people into her life only blocks the right people from coming in. She is not afraid to walk away because she knows that what she is looking for exists, and she refuses to settle for anything less. Confidence is not just about appearance or how someone presents themselves on the outside. True confidence comes from within. It comes from knowing who you are, what you deserve, and refusing to accept anything that does not align with your worth. It is about having the strength to say no to things that do not serve you, even when it is difficult. It is about trusting that the right things will come into your life when you make space for them by letting go of what is not meant for you. When a woman is confident, she does not chase. She does not feel the need to prove her value. She does not engage in games or manipulation to keep someone interested. She knows that real love is not something that needs to be forced. Real love flows naturally. It is given freely. It does not come with conditions, with confusion, with uncertainty. A confident woman knows that the right person will see her for who she is and love her without hesitation. People can sense when someone is desperate for love. They can feel when someone is willing to accept less than they deserve just to have someone by their side. Desperation does not attract real love. It attracts people who are willing to take advantage of vulnerability. When you believe in your own worth, you send a different message to the world. You show people that you will not settle, that you will not tolerate being mistreated, that you are not afraid to walk away from anything that does not align with your value. A high-value woman understands that walking away from the wrong person is never a loss. It is a gain. It is a gain of peace, of clarity, of space for something better. She does not hold on to relationships out of fear. She does not stay in situations that make her question her worth. She does not allow someone's inability to appreciate her to make her feel like she is unworthy of love. She knows that love is not something to be begged for. Love is something that should be mutual, effortless, and certain. Confidence is also about the way a woman speaks, the way she carries herself in conversations, the way she stands firm in her beliefs. A woman who values herself does not shrink to make others feel comfortable. She does not dim her light so that someone else can shine. She stands in her truth unapologetically, knowing that the right people will appreciate her for exactly who she is. She does not change herself to fit into someone else's expectations. She does not mold herself into what she thinks someone wants. She remains true to herself, knowing that the right person will love her as she is. There is a difference between being confident and being arrogant. Confidence is quiet, steady, and unshakable. It does not need to be loud or boastful. It does not need to prove itself. It simply is. A woman who is confident does not need to convince anyone of her worth because her actions, her presence, her energy speak for themselves. She does not need external validation to feel secure. She does not rely on someone else to make her feel valued. She already knows she is valuable with or without a relationship. Confidence also means having the strength to be alone rather than settling for the wrong relationship. Too many people stay in relationships that are not fulfilling because they're afraid of being alone. But a high-value woman knows that being alone is far better than being in a situation that makes her feel unloved. She understands that her happiness does not depend on another person. It comes from within. It comes from living a life that aligns with her values, her goals, her dreams. A confident woman does not need a relationship to feel complete because she is already whole on her own. A high-value woman does not tolerate disrespect. She does not entertain inconsistency. She does not settle for half love. She knows that she is worthy of the best, and she is not afraid to wait for it. She does not allow herself to be treated as an afterthought because she knows she is a priority. She does not chase people who do not value her because she understands that the right person will never make her feel like she has to fight to be loved.